Little one Paul here. Today I'm going to be going over. Today I want to go over some growth stocks with Robinhood. Basically, though, I want to look at this in both perspectives of just to trade it with options and just to see where the growth is on it, like a short-term basis, daily basis, to see how much profit. Because we've looked at MicroStrategy and we've seen how much it grows. So I want to look at some other ones. There's some growth stocks on Robinhood to where you can get into it, but they pay no dividends. So these are non-dividend paying stocks, but they're pretty much considered a growth stock. So today and tomorrow we're going to be looking at two growth stocks. Today we're going to be looking at Tesla, which I believe they don't have dividends. So we're going to be looking at this as an investing mindset, which is how much growth does it really have, and if you did options with it, how much potentially could you make. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be looking at how much you can make with just Tesla, doing options, or just day trading it through just regular day trading. So let's take a look at Tesla. Okay, so keep in mind what we're going to be looking at this from two perspectives. The first perspective is just to day trade it, and for this strategy, we're going to be looking at if you just traded it for a week or like a month and see how much profit you would get. But you have to follow the same formula that I do in these videos, and that if you've seen my videos and what I talk about all the time, is to have your EMA set to 5 and 8, and you can get the 3S MMA and get them all in one indicator. If you're doing it on your phone, it's much you don't have as much clutter. And I also have order block finder. It seems to help and find. It shows out the moments of when it starts going bullish or bearish. But from what I've heard is, I haven't really tested it or seen it, but I've heard that it does have some kind of lag to it, like a 1 or 2, 3 candles later it'll show up. But to me, that's still a good sign if it's in a bullish or bearish moment. But you have to see, and it all depends. It wouldn't really work on a 1 minute or things like that, but longer time frames, the order block finder might work. So I do have to go back in and see this when I actually have time to go look at the charts when it's happening. But let's for this, I'm just going to hide this for now, and we're just going to be looking at it as a trading mindset here. And so where I go on my entries is I look at the RSI, and I basically trade based off the RSI. So the last time that it crossed on the RSI on the day was right here. And let's just check something real quick. So if we look at our RSI, we would come in when the purple line crosses through. So that would be right about here, and you could tell that it has many bullish signals right there with the order block finder. So let's just turn that off. So we get in right here, we do our day trade right here. Now I'm going to be looking at this on the day, and I'm going to be looking at this on the hour to see the growth. So if we rode this out, so we bought in here at 161, and we just rode it out for 30 days. We could do, 30 days. So it has, from just looking at this, it has about the same volatility as MicroStrategy. It looks to be about the same. So there was about a $50 difference in, well, actually I think MicroStrategy has more volatility than this one. Because I think you can get about a $50 difference in price even quicker with MicroStrategy, but that's just, I have to look at the numbers. But this is still good in my opinion. Let's go look real quick at a week right here. So, about a week, if you did a week contract there, it went up about $11. So real quickly, let's look at this on the hour and see what we get. See how much have we focused on doing it on the hour. So let's see, we wait on the hour, we wait for the hour side to cross. Right about here is when we would get in, and we just rode this out from here to here. This is 8% in 6 days, so that's not bad. But for this strategy, you basically just have to wait for the moments where it goes up. So you have to wait for the purple line to cross through the RSI. So you can't, if you're just doing regular day trading with this, you can't do it when it's going down. You can only do it when it's the RSI is crossing up. So what I want to look at now is how much do the contracts cost. So from doing this, I want to look at a perspective of, let's see, what do we got here? So let's just look at right here, at this moment right here. So let's just say that Tesla might go down when the market opens today. So that's kind of how we can get the most accurate price. I don't want to come down here because it's way past that time. I want to come up here to kind of see the numbers and see. So let's just, in this scenario, say we wanted to do a put for, well, we're going to be doing in the money. So we're going to be doing a put for around that price. So let's go look. So let's say we wanted to do a put, and we were predicting it's going to go down, and let's see, July 21st, is that, how long is that? That's only, it's only 4 days, so I would imagine the contract wouldn't be as expensive here. So we're doing a put, and let's see, we're predicting that, let's see, we want to do a put. See, and everybody, the statistics here are predicting it's going to go down too. So these prices are not cheap. They're definitely not cheap. We're looking at right here, and we want to do in the money, and we want to kind of go back. This one right here is about a $2,000 put. And let's just check. And what we want to check for is this dot right here. You want to get it as close to this dot to make the most money. So let's just go back a little further. Let's see how much it potentially could cost you per contract. Probably as much as MicroStrategy. But let's see, 3,000 here. 3,000 contracts. $3,000. Let's just go back and let's just do 4,000 right here. Okay, so this is good enough, and for me, it's pretty close to the dot there. So if the price does go down, and we want to see how much we make per, let's just say right here we see 288, and let's see what a dollar difference is if it shows. Dang, it's hard to kind of get there. Wow, that's I only moved it a little there, and it's already $100. So you can imagine. Let's just see what. Let's just go by the numbers of right here from this move right here. We'll get a good idea. Let's just say you caught this move right here. $22 difference in price. So let's just see what a $22 difference in price is for Tesla. So for 290 take away $22. We're looking for a 268. Let's see what a 268 will get you. A $20 difference in price. 268 if it shows. Barely even picks it up. So yeah, this is about a $2,000 move. So we could imagine, let's see, we can imagine that this is probably from here to here in 6 days. Yeah, so this is about the same this is about the same as MicroStrategy. It's about $100 for every dollar. So that's pretty much the number that they give you for options. So it's pretty much the same as MicroStrategy. They basically make about $100 for every dollar that you write. So with companies like MicroStrategy and Tesla, you'll make about $100 for every dollar that you write. So the only downside to this is the contracts, and if you want to do in the money, if you want to make your profits right away, if you read the charts and everything, you have to spend. It's actually a little cheaper. It's a little cheaper from what I can see to buy Tesla stock versus MicroStrategy stock. But in my opinion, I'd still go with MicroStrategy. But Tesla is looking about the same. It's looking about the same amount that you can possibly make here. So let's just look at a couple numbers here based off of you make $100 for every dollar that you write. So let's just look at a couple scenarios here. So let's just say we look at the RSI. Let's look at on the hour and see it crossed right here. So you see that the RSI is crossing right here, and we can look at the order block too and see it gave RSI crossed right here, and it gave the signal right here. So from what people are telling me is there might be a little bit of lag with this indicator. I won't know until I actually look at charts in action. But if you came in here and you wrote it out till, we want to do 7 days. At least 7 days. Let's do 6 days. There's 6 days. So 6 days, there's a $34 difference in price. So this is a $3,498 move in 6 days. So you'll be making, with doing options with MicroStrategy and Tesla, if you follow the formula here, if you do it on the hour, if you look at your 5 and your 8 moving average, if you look at your RSI and you look at your order block, you pretty much have a good indication of which direction it's going to go. You can look at your moving average to see the overall trend. You can look at the RSI to see when it's crossing, and you can look at your order block to find your bullish signal. If all three of those things are lining up, you have a pretty good idea that it's going to go in that direction. So if you're right on this move and you wait it out for like 6 days, you can make a four-figure income. You can make a four-figure income per weekly with what it looks like. But let's look at a couple other numbers here. And the thing about Tesla stock is, I've heard that it is a very volatile stock. It's, from what I can tell, it's more volatile than the MicroStrategy stock. The MicroStrategy is more towards connected to Bitcoin. So anyway, let's look at a couple more numbers here. So I'm going to do this. So came in right here. We see the RSI crossing. We see the bullish from the order block here. So we rode this out 7 days. Here we go, 7 days right here. $24 difference in price. That's about $2,419. Let's look at one more. Let's find this brief one right here. We see the RSI crossing up. We see a bullish signal here from the order block. Let's see how much this is. Rode this out. This is only 4 days. And you made about $1,000. That's a small move. So this is very profitable. Now let's real quickly. We've looked at that the contracts will actually cost a little bit. It's a little cheaper than MicroStrategy's in the money contracts. But let's real quickly just look at percentages if you wanted to day trade this on a daily basis here. So if you came in here to here, this move here is about 6% in 3 days. And you only can focus on when it's going up if you're just doing regular day trading. It crosses right here, and you make about 6% there. And I can't do it when it goes down. And it crosses right here. So it's about 6%. So look about 6%, maybe a little bit more if you want to do regular day trading with Tesla. Anyway, Tesla looks like a very good growth stock. So it has very similar to MicroStrategy as far as gains you can get. With MicroStrategy and Tesla, it's not cheap. You know, if you want to get those contracts for in the money contracts, which is what I recommend everybody do, is they get in the money contracts and they move that little dot as close as they can get it, because you know, if you follow the charts, you'll be more in profit the closer you get to that dot. But anyway, it looks like you would probably need about 6,000 something saved up to do a option trade with Tesla. They're not cheap. It's just about as much as MicroStrategy. I think MicroStrategy might even be a little bit more, because I think you can get just a little bit more gains by doing it with MicroStrategy, because what's invested with MicroStrategy, it's connected to more Bitcoin. But Tesla is pretty good too. As far as day trading goes, you can make from what it looks like 6%. So some pretty good numbers. But if you want to make an average of like 500 a week, you would need a little bit to make about 500 a week. And so if you're just day trading it and you're finding the moments when it's going up, you would need a little bit to trade with in order to make those gains, because it's to trade it with, I have a goal of at least 500, because you want your gains to be worth it for that week. Because, you know, if you have a cash account with Robinhood, you have to wait like 3 or 4 days before it shows up in your account. So you want your gains to be worth it for that week, for that trade. Anyway, Tesla looks very good. As far as an investing goes, it looks pretty good as a growth stock. If you do it with options, it's going to cost you a little bit of money. So what I would personally do is I would day trade first to grow the balance, and then once you get the balance, then I would do contracts. So I would not do out of the money for Tesla. I would focus on in the money, but that's just me. Anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys for future videos.